One thing that many of us in modern society take for granted is the natural world around us. Our Earth contains an incredibly unique ecosystem that supports a multitude of life, including our own human race. However, many still fail to realize the importance of our Earth, and as a result, our society has fallen into a pattern of disrespect and mistreatment towards our planet. Thankfully, though, through the efforts of environmentally conscious individuals, a movement has arisen that concentrates on the conservation of our natural environment. Through today's speech, I hope to convince you of the merits of becoming environmentally friendly by joining the Green Movement. I will review what our society has done to cause this crisis, how it is affecting our Earth, and what you can do to join the Green Movement. It is a fact that us as a society have done a lot to harm our Earth. One way that we are causing this environmental destruction is through our excessive waste. The product that is most commonly wasted in the United States today is plastic. We use plastic for everything from water bottles to bags at the grocery store to the technology that we all use today. A statistic here from lifelessplastic.com says the amount of plastic waste in 2006 neared almost 30 million tons. And to put that in a little bit better perspective, that's 60 billion pounds of plastic that was wasted in 2006. It's a pretty shocking statistic. Another resource that is wasted very commonly in the United States is paper. It has a huge impact on the environment, not only because it cuts down on trees, but also the process that's used to make paper is very harmful to our environment. Greenhouse gases are also contributing a lot to the destruction of our natural environment. There are two main sources of greenhouse gases. The first is carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide comes from cars or trains or buses. And what happens is when these are used, it releases carbon dioxide into the air, which increases greenhouse gases. Factories such as coal burning factories and paper factories are also very harmful in their emissions and also contribute to greenhouse gases. So now you're aware of some of the sources that have contributed to the destruction of our natural environment. However, the impact of waste and pollution can't be fully realized until we review how they are affecting our environment. First and foremost, there is an environmental impact through all this destruction. We are undergoing climate change currently. Temperatures are warming. This summer, we've had almost every state hit a record high in temperatures, and even in places that are traditionally cooler, such as Minnesota and Illinois, they're reaching easily over the 100s this summer. Natural disasters are also wreaking havoc currently. A statistic from ThorntonWeather.com in Colorado said that in April through July of 2010, there were 13 tornadoes, which they considered to be killer tornadoes. But in the same months, April through July of 2011, there were 54 killer tornadoes compared to only 13 in 2010. There's also a very large social impact due to the waste today. There's a lot of money that's lost just from waste. A statistic here from ZeroWasteAmerica.org says that the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, estimates the total cost of municipal waste disposal in the U.S. could be $23.8 billion. This figure does not include the associated financial cost of lost resources. What this is essentially saying is that just to transport the waste to the landfill costs $23.8 billion. That's not even taking into account what kind of money could be saved if we were to recycle plastic bottles or plastic bags. I hope that now you are all conscious of the environmental issues that are going on in today's society. Hopefully you're also wondering what you can do to help reverse this process. So a couple things you can do to join the Green Movement would be to conserve. Good way to conserve would be to recycle. As I stated before, the two products that are most often wasted in the United States are paper and plastic, and ironically, these are the two products that can be most easily recycled if you just take the time to separate them from your normal trash. Another good way to conserve would be to carpool or bike to wherever you need to go. By doing this, you're cutting down on the use of cars, which in turn cuts down on carbon dioxide that's released into the environment. Another good way to join the Green Movement is to avoid buying environmentally harmful products. Plastic water bottles are probably the most harmful product out there right now to our environment. They only contain 16 to 20 ounces of fluid, and they're thrown away after they're used most of the time. A good way to cut down on using plastic water bottles would be to just use a water bottle such as this. You can easily put it in the dishwasher, it can easily be cleaned, and therefore by using this you can cut down on the waste of plastic bottles. Some other environmentally friendly products you can use would be something as simple as a cloth bag such as this. When you go to the grocery store, instead of receiving 5 to 6 paper or plastic bags that you're likely going to throw away once your groceries are out of it, you can just take a cloth bag like this and avoid all that waste in plastic or paper. There are 6.5 billion people on this earth. One small group cannot make the impact that is needed to preserve our precious earth. So therefore, environmental consciousness must be a complete and total movement. If we can all realize the importance of our planet and each do our part to take care of it, our earth will continue to sustain countless generations just as it has sustained ours. Thank you.